The sun beat down on the valley, turning the dust into a shimmering haze. A tense silence hung in the air, broken only by the occasional cry of a hawk circling overhead. On one side of the valley, the Israelites huddled, their faces etched with fear. On the other stood the Philistine army, a sea of bronze and steel radiating confidence. And at their forefront, a towering figure dominated the landscape. Goliath, the giant warrior. Goliath, clad in heavy armor, his voice booming across the valley, challenged the Israelites. "Choose one of your men to fight me. If he can defeat me, we will be your slaves. But if I win, you will be our slaves." Fear gripped the Israelite hearts. Goliath was a monster, a walking fortress. For 40 days he had taunted them, and no one dared to face him. King Saul, though a mighty warrior himself, was filled with dread. Meanwhile, in a distant field, David, a young shepherd, watched the scene unfold. He was known for his skill with the slingshot, his aim true, his stones deadly against the wolves that threatened his flock. But he was just a boy, a shepherd, not a warrior. David's heart ached for his people. He knew that God would not allow the Israelites to be defeated, and a fierce determination filled him. Why should this Philistine taunt the armies of the living God? David thought. I will go and fight him. He rushed to his brothers, who were serving in the army, and declared, I will go and fight this Philistine. His brothers laughed. You, a shepherd boy, go back. But David would not be deterred. He went to King Saul, his eyes shining with courage. I will go and fight him. King Saul was hesitant. You're just a boy. He's a giant. He has been a warrior since he was young, and I have been a warrior all my life. David, undeterred, replied, Your Majesty, I have been a shepherd, and I have protected my sheep from lions and bears. This Philistine is nothing more than a beast. God has delivered me from the claws of the lion and the paws of the bear, and he will deliver me from the hand of this Philistine. King Saul, moved by David's faith, allowed him to go. David refused the armor and weapons offered by the king. He took his shepherd's staff and his slingshot. He chose 5 smooth stones from a riverbed and walked confidently towards the battlefield. Goliath, seeing a young shepherd approaching him, roared with laughter. Am I a dog that you come to me with sticks? He bellowed. I will give your flesh to the birds of the air and the beasts of the field. David, his eyes unwavering, replied, You come to me with a sword and a spear, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. He raised his slingshot and, with a prayer on his lips, launched a stone. The stone, guided by the hand of God, flew through the air and struck Goliath directly in the forehead. The giant fell to the ground, his enormous body crashing into the dust. The Philistines were shocked and terrified. Their champion, their mighty Goliath, was dead. The Israelites, their hearts filled with joy and relief, surged forward, routing the Philistine army. David had defeated the giant, not with brute force, but with faith and courage. His victory reverberated throughout the land, a testament to the power of God and the strength of a heart filled with faith. From that day on, David became a legend, a symbol of hope and courage, forever remembered as the young shepherd who slew the giant.